Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Nathan.
Thanks for helping with my project.
My pleasure.
Could you say a little bit about yourself?
So, should I speak to the camera or to you?
I'll just speak to me.
Okay. So, my name's Lisa Valdez. I live in Hanover, New Hampshire. I'm a professor of political science. I've been at Dartmouth College for 20 years. I'm married. I have 2 children, both grown, and yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh, and I have a new grandson who's 4 weeks old.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you know that NASA's planning to send astronauts back to the moon?
I did not know that. I can't believe I didn't know that. I'm such a huge NASA fan, but I haven't been following it. I've been following the Hubble telescope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you believe that most of the people I talk to, even around the NASA area, have no idea that we're going back to the moon?
That's surprising.
I think a lot of it has to do with the way we get our news. Like we used to watch like the same network TVs and read the same newspapers, but now it's all personalized.
Yeah, yeah. Although I do follow NASA on Instagram.
Okay.
So you would think I would know.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I guess
follow it more closely.
They have so much going on, though. A little helicopter on Mars and rovers on Mars, and they just brought back, samples of a, asteroid.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So what do you think about us going back to the moon?
It's an interesting question, since it's very new information for me. The moon launches and the moon landing were pivotal events in my childhood. Absolutely, iconic markers of my childhood, and as they were for many people of my age group, I would think. So it's interesting to think about it. I think I want to know more about what is the intention. Before it was just the marvel of being able to do that, right? And the ambition of being able to pull it off. But now I would imagine there's a lot of scientific reasons, but I'd be curious to know more about what those are.
If you don't mind me asking, how old were you whenever we first landed on the moon?
So that was 1969, so I was 5.
Okay. So these are really early childhood memories.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I'm kind of concerned with the way that we get our news today, that we might actually land on the moon and nobody knows about it.
Yeah. Back then, everybody watched it, everywhere. Yeah.
Whenever you think about the future of humanity, say 200 years out, what does it look like to you?
I know there's a lot of gloom and doom these days, but there's also things that have happened that are making our world better than it's ever been. And while we think a lot about violence, statistics show that we're at the least violent moment of the history of humanity. And so there's a lot of cause for optimism. There's a lot of hope in prospects from science to mitigate the worst effects of climate change, to do things like, I think about the Hubble Space Telescope, and I think when I look at that, and I think about it a lot, there is so much beyond our imagining, and it gives me some hope that we can have yet to imagine solutions to the problems that we have. So I'm optimistic.
Do you think in 200 years we have people living off planet, people on the moon and Mars and things like that?
Yeah, it does seem very likely. I don't know, I have nothing else to say except yes.
If you could, would you take a trip to space?
So I'm at a stage of my life where I'm trying not to say no. I'm trying to say yes to things and be more kind of open to new ideas. So I will say, I might.
Now, I realize you're trying to get warm with the idea of saying yes, but if you could imagine how far you might go, would it be just to orbit, or would you go to the moon and back in a week, or they open up a Martian colony and they're like, we really need people to come here? Would you consider immigrating to Mars?
Yeah, I can't imagine what that would look like. I'm at a point where my favorite thing, I travel a lot, I go lots of places, but my favorite thing is to be at home. So I can't imagine I'd be one of the first out there. Unless my children or my grandchildren were wanting me to come with them, I would go with them.
That's amazing. And that may be true. They might actually have the opportunity to go.
Exactly.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, fantastic projects. Thank you.
Thank you.